are you?
Good. I saw you talking, and then I started talking, and then
I know it's hard to get all the way. You doing good?
yeah, I'm good.
You look good. You look very summer ready, summer ready.
I know, but it's summer's almost over, and it's time
Thinking
for
my kids start back next week. It freaks me out. Just happy to be at team meeting. Woo! I'm especially happy to be at team meeting. I have a little transparency because a few people were like, I haven't seen you in a while. I've been battling a kidney infection since about Saturday. So a little ER visit and I'm on some heavy antibiotics and all that kind of stuff, but I am blessed to be here. My only goal this week was to make it to team meeting to see your smiling faces. So I'm excited to be here with you guys. Y'all give me lots of energy. So thank you for being here today. Quick reminder, we have an artist out in the lobby. His name is Gary. He does hand-done watercolors for your closings. Go see him. Helen Guajardo is a big user. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Shh. Helen Guajardo uses him a ton. So do a lot of other top agents in the market. So if you were looking for a great closing gift, stop out there and see him. His prices are very, very good. And then if you had a listing last month, feel free at any time to go over see Jeanette in the corner and pull your chip. We got lots of cash to give away. I want to hear some wins. My win is I'm here with you guys today. I want to hear some other wins. So let me grab a mic real quick. Salima, I saw your hand first, my friend, so I'm going to come over there and hit you up. Tell us what you got going on. While we're doing wins, real quick, on your stuff, there's a QR code on the AHA thing. I think there's AHA flyers somewhere. Did she not put them out? Okay. Okay, well, later on then I'll show you a QR code I need you all to scan. So, excuse me, I'm going off script. You go ahead, Salima. What's your win? Stand up for us. We got to see your smiling face.
2 under contract, one buyer, one seller.
Under contract? Nice, right on. Where'd you get them from?
One is LAS and the other one is SOI.
I love it. Good job, my friend. Congratulations. I love that. Trent, I saw you had a win. Stand up. Yes, you do.
Oh, for Christ's
We have to see you. If you raise your hand, you got to raise your feet.
Hello, everybody. I'm Trent. I'm upstairs. I've really been pushing a lot on my social media because I kind of didn't do it for a while. So I've been making videos, and I hired someone to help me with my videos to edit them. And I've gotten a lot of inquiries from that. And I'm focusing on AI as well.
Okay, right on. I love it. I love it. All right, I see one over here. Let's go to Julie. What you got, my friend?
I had a former client who I helped sell and buy call me to witness a legal document because she doesn't trust anybody in her house, and I was at the top of the list of people she trusted.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Amado. Nick, will you hand that over?
I've been chasing a listing for 6 years, okay?
Uh-huh.
He's still not giving me his listing, but
That's not a win yet. Let's hear the win.
but he already put me in contact with a new listing in Houston for $5.5 million.
Oh, I love that. So see, the chase pays off. I love it. I love it. So if you didn't hear it, he's been chasing a listing for 6 years. Still doesn't have the listing, but they just referred him a $5.5 million client. So that's great. Mary.
So
It pays to stick with it, you guys.
My daughter just graduated from high school, so we took her on a trip for her graduation, and we were gone for 2 weeks. I was a little bit concerned about leaving my files open. I had 4 listings at the time. During that time, I had good partnership, and we got 3 into contract.
Nice.
And a buyer into contract while I was on my trip.
Nice.
So that's about using your resources and your partnership to make it all happen. So
I
it was
love that.
pretty sweet.
Congratulations. Congratulations. What's next for your daughter? Where's she going to school? Montana State, right on. Steve?
All right, this one is not a win, but hopefully with your guys' help, it will be. Universal City, I got a listing. I need to move it. So y'all check it out. 102 Anchor Bluff. It's
Okay, I need a win
great
because you
deal.
hijacked the mic. So what's the win?
My son, who was pretty much anti-sport decided to go out for football last night. So
Hey, that's a big deal. Good for him for pushing himself outside of his comfort zone. I love that. Sandy Morales, I'm coming to you. Lavita, Yvonne, good to see you. Thank you. Sandy, what you got?
Hi, yes, so I signed up with the buyer this week, and I'm working on another one who's been watching my social media.
Good.
Both of them have, and I'm going to be closing on a transaction that's been pending for 90 days.
I love it. Good job, my friend. Okay, lots of good wins happening out there. We love to hear them. Don't think the market doesn't have opportunities out there, because it absolutely does. As we talk about wins, it's important to remember as we're winning, not everybody is, and there's real life happening out there all the time, which leads me into my next topic. So, Julia, if you'll come up, you and Nick. This is Julia and her husband Nick. They are on Anna Warmke's team, and we've talked about her son in the past, who is currently stationed out in Jordan. And so, with some of the developments happening out there in the world, I wanted to give her just a quick 2 minutes to plug something that they're doing personally. So, the mic is yours, my friend.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm retired Senior Master Sergeant Nick Barboza.
I'm retired Master Sergeant Julia Barboza, and like Chris said, we are on Warmke Real Estate Group. So today,
So the reason why we're standing in front of everybody is because we're taking care of the troops downrange, and we're going to send them a care package.
Hold it up closer. Here's 2 mics for you.
So the reason why we're standing in front of you today is because we're sending a care package to the troops downrange. So for
a few weeks ago, our son Antonio, his unit was hit really hard. And so one of their buildings during one of the attacks, so they're gone. So a lot of the stuff is gone, a lot of their personal items. So one of the things that we wanted to make sure that we get back is just a personal care package.
So while they're busy rebuilding the base over there, we want to send them a care package. It could be like a heartfelt letters, it could be candy, it could be games. So we're going to send that to help replace the items that were destroyed in the attack.
So a simple note saying thank you for your service, we're thinking of you, we're praying for you. That goes a long way for someone that's far away from home. And just, it would make them feel good, I feel, and not just the items that we put on there as far as some suggestions, but also those handmade cards. It could be from you, it could be from your kids. Those are things that really mean a lot to people. Yeah. So, like the flyer says here, those are some examples. That's from the guys. They all said, the girls and gals, guys. So they all said that these are some of the things that they like, just kind of snacks and games to make the 12-hour shifts or 18-hour shifts go by. So just, those are some of the things. Yes. Our son's 23. Yes, a lot of them are from Texas, of course, big state. So they did ask for Texas flags, cowboy stuff, spurs. So we do want to get them as many things as possible for morale building items specifically, and of course snacks. How many of them? So I mean his unit. Okay, that's one of those. Right. So we're sending them to the unit, but it doesn't have to go just there. We have a hold of their
first sergeant.
The first sergeant, which talks to other first sergeants in that base specifically in Jordan, so they can distribute as needed. Okay. Yes, sir.
Do you know, are they currently locked down, can't leave the base?
So he did tell us when they were getting hit pretty hard a few weeks ago, he told us don't send anything, everything's shut down. The DFAC was, the dining facility was closed. They were eating MREs because they're like, nothing can be open right now. So, with that being said, he does keep us posted and tells us, hey, we can go ahead and send mail off stuff. So then we go ahead and send him stuff.
But as far as being restricted to the base right now, that they're not?
Oh, they are restricted to the base. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. In the past, they were able to go off, but they can't. No. Yeah. So they're kind of restricted to work and that. But anyway, so here's a flyer. You can also make monetary donations via Venmo or Cash App if you don't want to send anything specifically. There'll be a box out front.
That's what I was going to say. Julia's bringing a box tomorrow, so we'll make sure it's in the lobby. If you want to drop off any items, you can do that. If you want to use the QR codes, you can certainly do that as well, and then they'll make sure items get purchased and sent over there. You know, I know with 1,000 agents, we certainly span the political spectrum, but I think if there's one thing we can all agree on is the media doesn't always tell the full story in either direction. And with the war going on, I think there's a lot of distractions out there, but we know there are bases that are getting hit. There are young men and women out there that signed up to give us the freedoms to do what we do and have the lives in the industry and the American dream that all of you guys help fulfill every day. And so that's a small way to just show gratitude for those that are out there that sometimes, you know, their story just doesn't get told. So if that touches you, please scan the QR code. Also hit up the boxes. I've got time for just one quick comment. Gail, what you got? Yes, so when you do the Venmo, it comes up with Nick Barbosa's name on there, so that way you're not surprised. Donald? We will make sure it's on the Facebook page.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
I also want to add, I sat with Julia the other morning when she was asking if we could present this, and she doesn't want to overshare, and I know I'm not stepping out of any bounds when I say this. You all heard about the missile strikes in Jordan a few weeks ago. One of the reasons this is so important is their stash of recreational items and was in the hangar that got bombed, and so it's not just like we're helping to support them. We're replenishing items that were destroyed that they used in their downtime. So it's always good to support them, but in this case too, they're missing a lot of things now too. So anyway, thank you guys for putting this together. And yes, real quick, Debbie. Yeah, so talk to them. They'll be hanging out here. They're on Anna Morgan's team. Thanks, guys, for putting this together.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Nick. Nikki, I need help, or somebody. All right, let's see here. Real quick, thank you to our sponsors today. We've got GFS, D.R. Horton, American Home Shield, which is also celebrating a birthday. So they'll be talking in just a moment. Let's go ahead and get started with our Y4C2Ts, how we operate. So win-win. Oh, y'all can say it with a little bit more energy. If I got energy, you've got energy. Integrity. There we go. Customers. Communication. Commitment. Creativity. Trust. Teamwork. Equity. Success. Amen. On this real quick, I wanted to hit on something today, and it was, now I can't remember. My brain's still foggy here. Customers, communication. I guess it was communicate. Seek first to understand. There it is. I was on a call the other day with two agents that were disputing over a simple scheduling error and all that, but it just quickly turned very heated. And it's just a reminder, come from curiosity in your conversations. Tempers are high right now out in the market. Agents are struggling. We hear lots of wins, but of course that's not the case every single day. And I guarantee you, transactions will just go smoother if we just start with questions real quick before judgment. And if you ask and you peel back a few layers, there's always an opportunity to just improve on the communication. And when you play nice in the sandbox, y'all, I guarantee you it comes back tenfold. I can't tell you how many times I've won a deal where I wasn't the highest, but they come back and they say, hey, I've worked with you in the past. You helped me solve problems. I explained that to my seller. And so even though there's a little bit of a difference, we want to work with you. So just simple reminder, play nice in the sandbox. We're all tired. We're all stressed. All of our sellers are angry with us. All of our buyers are tired of looking at properties and don't understand why they're not getting $50,000 off every single offer. But let's all just give each other a little grace on our transactions and come from curiosity and seeking first to understand in our communication. Can we all do that? Yes. Amen. And it'll help Garrett's phone ring a little less, which he'll be happy with as well. I'm not clicking here, so let's see here. If someone wants to figure this out for me. TCPA, y'all know it. Follow it, please. Again, help Garrett's phone ring less. GFS, Holden, where are you, buddy? Come on up. Let's welcome up our friend Holden.
Hey guys, how we doing? Good, love it. Awesome. Don't have much today. Keep it short and sweet. Condo reviews, for those of you that are pretty heavy in condos, condo reviews are changing. They're going to full reviews across the board, okay? So there are no limited reviews anymore. If you're asking yourself, what does that mean? It just means that if you're the listing agent on a condo, or you're representing the buyer, but if you're the listing agent on a condo, make sure you're getting a questionnaire done before you put it on the market, guys. It's going to save you a lot of heartache. You're going to know whether it's warrantable, non-warrantable. You're going to know if you get an FHA offer right off the bat that you can't do it, right? So pretty important to get those. If you all have questions on that, let us know. I was reading a report this morning on property tax relief. Who's heard that property taxes are going away in Texas, right? We've probably seen a couple articles about that. I don't think it's going away anytime soon, right? But what I do see from a couple of smart people that do confer with us on things like this is that the over 65 exemption is talking about going to over 55, okay? Don't know if that's truly going to happen, but that's more so what we're seeing go towards. Why are all the old people laughing in here? Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I love y'all, I'm kidding. Anyways, good Lord. Just want a reminder as well, we're licensed in 37 states, guys, so if y'all have buyers that are not in Texas, understand that we can do those loans as well, okay? So if y'all are sending some buyers out. And lastly, I just want to say thank y'all. We're coming off the best month we've ever had as a branch, and it means a lot to me. Yeah. I couldn't do it without Olivia, Daryl, Chris, Jennifer, everyone upstairs. It just means so much to me to be able to do what I do every day and carry on a legacy that's so important to me. So I'm really thankful for y'all, okay? Y'all have a good rest of your day. Keep the energy high. Love y'all.
Right on, Holden. Proud of you, man. Did I hear you closed 10 million last month, or the branch? Right on, man. Proud of you. Love that. Let's see here. I'm sorry, guys. D.R. Horton. Gina, where you at, my friend? Come on up here real quick. Y'all welcome up Gina with D.R. Horton. She's got some gift cards for us, too, so pay attention.
Hello, how's everybody doing? Hanging in there? Well, I have some good news for you. I am Gina. I'm with D.R. Horton. I'm on a team of 4 online sales counselors. So we are available 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. How's that? 7 days, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., 4 of us. We are all rotating to be sure that you are all helped at any time. So you can call, email if you need inventory, incentives, directions, loan officer, anything you need, give us a call or email us. And our phone number and email is on this list right here. This special list is your golden ticket. These homes, only on this list, the homes on this list are offering a 3% commission plus a $10,000 bonus. So hopefully that'll help. We do have more options. You'd have to call us to find out. If we've got something for your buyer, let us know. We need to know what side of town, when they need to close, and what kind of price point they're looking at, and we can send you a list tailored for them. We are offering up to 6% commission on several homes throughout the city, but these guys have the 10K bonus. So just wanted to make sure you had them in your hand, had them handy. You don't have to scan anything. They're right there for you, even the phone number. So call us if you want to come see them. We're here to help. We do help all our on-sites at all times. Has anybody ever used an online sales counselor with D.R. Horton yet? Yes, okay. Did y'all have a good experience? Yes? Okay, that's what we're here for. We're here to get you what you need. So I just wanted to, I guess that's all I've got for today. Okay, so I do have some gift cards for you today. Just one quick question. How often are we available? When is your online sales team available? 7 days, we'll take it. Okay. How many are there of us that are available? Oh, I saw this one first. I saw you. Okay. And let's see. What's another good question? 8 to 7. Okay. What's another good question?
Who knows the neighborhood, the D.R. Horton neighborhood at Bulverde and Evans, right past Bulverde and Evans? So I saw Selena's name first.
Right here. Okay. I saw both. And does anybody know what our biggest community is over on the northwest side of town, or west side, or far west? I heard Riverstone. Riverstone at West Point, yes. Okay. All right, well, thank you guys. Don't forget to call us. Let us know if you need anything. We're here to help. We don't step on anybody's toes. Our on-sites, we schedule appointments for them. We can assist them and you so that we're all a great, happy team.
Awesome. If y'all haven't worked with Gina, she's awesome. They've got a great online team. Go get those bonuses. I know several of y'all have closed those 6%ers, those 7%ers, so we like seeing those. Keep them going. All right, and then we've got a birthday in the house with American Home Shield. Debbie Blackerby, come on up, my friend. Happy birthday to you.
Here is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Happy birthday, American Home Shield, number 55. These people. Okay, what's a birthday party without magic tricks?
Just doing a magic trick. Pay attention.
My, my grandkids were with us for 3 weeks. Okay, so also birthday favors. Birthday favors, right? You have favors at birthday parties. We're giving $100 to all of your clients. $100 off every plan. $100 off every plan. We're giving your sellers seller coverage at no cost. And I want to kind of compliment Holden because he and I are following the same plan. American Home Shield San Antonio Austin team is #1 in the nation. So that's thank you. That's thank you to you guys. 1971 is when American Home Shield started. So after 55 years, yes, we hear complaints. We hear complaints on occasion. And it's interesting because sometimes I get phone calls from people that say thank you. A couple of weeks ago, I had a lady thank us for being so generous with the air conditioner plan. She saved $4,000 on a new unit. I had a phone call right after that, a lady furious because she had to pay $1,800 out of pocket. And that was because the realtor that she was represented by did not get the Shield Complete plan. Shield Complete, look at your folder there, $835 is now $735. I had questions about seller coverage. There's a paragraph on the form, seller coverage. Look at your Texas side of the sheet. On the Texas side of the sheet, on the right-hand column, right there by that QR code, the QR code gives you 17 pages of coverage. And then the paragraph right there is seller coverage, up to $1,500 at no cost. So where it says $75 for the seller plan, put a 0 right there for August and September. One more thing, we have a new phone number. I am going to Yellowstone next month, and I will not be answering my phone in the middle of September for 5 or 6 days. So here's a phone number that you need. You ready? 844-968-4220. It's a private number for realtors only. 844-968-4220. 844-968-4220. Phone lines are open from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. Happy birthday to us.
Scott? I'm going to go out of order real quick because Scott's got to run, but he wanted to talk real quick about the Red Chip event, which hopefully you guys have your tickets to coming up during Mega Camp. Scott?
Oh, Red Chip.
Oh, hey, there you go. Woo!
Nice.
Good job.
Congratulations. That's cool. So, as y'all know, Mega Camp is coming up right around the corner. If you haven't signed up for Mega Camp, I suggest it. It's a really good time to be able to learn from a lot of the top agents from around the country. Yet for the kickoff on August 17th, last year we did our first annual Red Chip event. We were able to raise $50,000 for KW Cares and KW Next Gen. It's a casino night, so we'd love to have y'all there. For more information, go to theredchip.com. Again, theredchip.com. It starts at 6 p.m. It's at the Creamery. Last year we had 800 agents at that event. This year we'll probably have about 1,000 agents at the event. So we'd love to see y'all there. Love to see the Heritage family in the building. And if you have any more questions, reach out to myself or Grant, and we'll be able to help y'all out with that. So it's August 17th, 6 p.m. at the Creamery. And if you haven't signed up for Mega Camp, I do suggest that y'all do that. Simon Sinek is the main speaker. So yeah, awesome. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. And you and Red got matching hats today. I like it. I thought it was you earlier. What you got? He will create one. Once I have it, I'll make sure we post it and all that kind of stuff. It'll just be Heritage is the code. Cool. Right on. Hey, good question. I like it. All right, and we'll have a QR code for that in just a moment. All right, birthday. There's the birthday celebration. Real quick shout out to Keto and Monique. They just got honored at the NAREB Top 100, which we are very excited for. Keto, tell us where did you come in at the top 100 for the nation? Nice, right on. And then Monique, do you know Monique's? Okay, so she's somewhere in that top 10 as well. So both here at Heritage, so we are super proud of them. And they are also co-hosting an event, which Keto's going to talk about. In fact, I think you're next if you want to come up. So they've got an event going on as well, which we'll have a QR code for. But huge shout out to them. Monique's recovering from a minor hernia surgery. So if you've got her cell phone, shoot her a little get well soon message. Her doctor told her 10 days of rest. And I told her, don't let me catch you wandering our halls because I know her. She's going to be up here trying to work. So yeah, so send her some love. Real quick on some classes, Lone Wolf. If you're coming to the Lone Wolf class this afternoon, you need to have your account set up before you attend because it takes about 15 minutes to set up. So if you need help with that, go see someone on staff. They'll point you in the right direction. And then we've got several other classes happening on the 10th and the 28th, but you do need your account set up before you attend the class. Learn the languages contract in Espanol. That is coming up on the 11th, so our next Spanish mastermind. And then we do have a save the date for November 4th, which is going to be kind of our mid-year Red Day event. I found a charity, very good cause, helping starving children around the world, and I've looked deep into this organization. It's very cool, very worthy, and they're hosting a massive event out in Schertz with about 1,000 people over 3 days. And so we can actually all come together. They're looking for us to bring about 250 volunteers. We would love for you to sign up for that. It's going to be on November 4th. It's going to be hosted out at Cisco in the Schertz area off of 35. That's the QR code. If you miss it, we'll have plenty of other advertisements coming up for it. I'm going to scroll forward real quick because I thought Keto's slide was next. But tell us about y'all's event, and then I'll find the slide in a little bit.
Okay, so real quick, if y'all don't know what NAREB is, it's National Association of Real Estate Brokers. So back in the day, Black and Hispanic people could not be part of National Association of Realtors. And so what they did was, before the Civil Rights Act, I think it was 1947, was passed, so it was not too long ago. Long ago, but not that long ago. They made their own organization. So the National Association of Real Estate Brokers is for people of color, because they did have Hispanic people join at the time. And so we were not able to be called realtors, so we called ourselves realtists. So there's realtists and realtors. And so they just kept the tradition going. And so every state has their own REB. So Texas is TAREB, Texas Association of Real Estate Brokers. I'm shutting this down, so y'all better be paying attention. So Texas is Texas Association of Real Estate Brokers, and so within that, Monique got top 2, and I got number 6 out of the top 20. So we're very proud of that because, you know, every demographic has their own representation, and you have to be supportive of your local groups and things of that nature. So local and national, With that being said, if you guys are not part of the affinity groups within Keller Williams that you're missing out, there's a lot of opportunity in those affinity groups. If you don't know what they are, you're gonna ask Grant. He can get you a list of the affinity groups. I'm a part of, or was a part of, Sports and Entertainment, and then KW Hoops. And then there's also where Monique and I are part of BREN, the Black Real Estate Network. There's a lot of groups within Keller Williams that if you guys are not doing, there's so many referrals passed through, there's so many high-level conversations being taken into consideration, and there's just small group things that go on in Mega Camp and also Family Reunion. But so because Mega Camp is here in San Antonio, Monique and I are tasked to hold the local party. So just because it says BREN, Black Real Estate Network, don't mean that everybody can't join. We would love to have you. Scott starts on the 16th, and ours ends on the 9th. We do ours on the 19th. So we're going to be at Prestige Motorsports from 7:30 to 11. If y'all ever need to know anything about me, ask Mia. So she has all the answers. So 7:30 to 11. There's going to be food. There's going to be a DJ. There'll be photo booths. There are going to be the other various things that's going on, and high-level networking, high-level conversations, and we do also have a discount code, and it's Heritage as well. We would love to have you guys come out and just enjoy and network and be around high-producing agents of all areas of the country and all walks of life. So if you guys have any questions, ask myself, ask Mia, ask Grant. And Dominique has some information too. So, and we would love to have you guys. And yes, if you don't have a ticket to Mega Camp, get an agent that's high producing and go talk to Matt and Dominique. If you could go.
Right on, Keto. Appreciate you, man. And we'll have a slide on that real quick. I'm going to change up the order real quick. So, Jaime, I'm going to call on you, which is our main speaker. While he's prepping, since I just threw that on him, Keto reminded me, this is our new friend. It's our new Heritage photo booth. So we're really excited. It's here. It's super friendly. It's on a very easy, I don't know the code, so somebody do that. But anyways, come play with it later. And this is a new value add to you guys at Heritage. If you're hosting client events, if you're hosting something, whatever it is, and you want something, a photo booth, come see us. It's a very simple checkout process. It's very, very low cost. I think it's $50, just so that we make sure we can keep up with the equipment, because we know agents sometimes, drop things and break things and all that stuff. But a new value add from the office. It's a great tool. You can brand it with your frame, your logo, all that kind of stuff, and send them out digitally for your party. So we want you guys to use this. If you have interest in it, just come see Jeanette. You know where her office is, here on the first floor. It'll be at Keto and Monique's event, and hopefully you guys will start using it, but it's super fun, super simple, and if you want to come check it out after meeting, come up here, take a photo with the team meeting frame on it, and check it out. So, Jaime, my friend, I am going to move over to your slides real quick, and then we'll come backwards. I didn't want to just keep hitting you guys, because it's we've got a few things going on in here. I didn't even know we had slides. Oh, you don't have slides. Okay, well, what am I doing? Hold on. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Nikki, just come help me, please. I'm already sweating as it is. All right, so if y'all know, this is Jaime Aguillon. I'm gonna turn over the mic to him. Jaime was talking to me the other day because I was complimenting on his business, because he's seen an increase in his business this year, which in this year, last year, that's an incredible feat in it of itself. And so we started talking about, what are you accounting for a lot of your success? He says, it's definitely my social media activity. I said, where are you learning your social media activity? He said, I've signed up to take a really expensive course. And I said, hey, you want to give us the free version of that? And he said, absolutely. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Jaime. And in case you don't know, his lovely wife, Roxanne, is also an agent with us. You might not have seen her lately, because they are expecting another baby. And so she is resting, and he is double timing it for the two of them. And so give him a congratulations on that as well. Jaime?
Thank you. Shout out Jesus. Yes. He's number one for sure. Sister in the back, I see you recording. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get straight to it. Social media has evolved a lot over the years. We all know that. And what worked last year isn't necessarily what's working this year. And when I say what works is, the whole point of social media is to build a relationship with people who you don't know, and to strengthen the relationships with the people you do know. And so what I've learned in the month that I've been in this training is this formula that will tell you what to post about so that you're actually speaking to somebody instead of just, winging it and talking to everybody. So the problem that we've all fallen victim to is we post, look at me, I'm doing an open house. Look at me, I'm door knocking. Look at my new listing. That used to work, and it's not really effective these days, and this is the psychology behind why it doesn't. So if you could see this, 3% of the population at any given time is actually looking to buy something now. Okay? Did y'all know that? Raise your hand if you knew that. You're awesome. What's your name? Michelle. So Michelle knows that, and you guys should pick up on this too. 17% of people are in the information gathering phase of their life, right? So 17%. 20% of people are aware that they have a problem. And when I say problem, I mean there's 20% of the population, look at it this way, 20% of the people you know who follow you on social media. Think of this triangle in that mind, right? So if you have 1,000 friends, 3% of them are looking to buy right now. That's not a lot of people. 17% of them are in the information gathering. They're Googling loan rates, they're looking at neighborhoods that they want, they're going to open houses. 20% are aware they have the problem. So you probably have some friends. Raise your hand if you know someone who's about to have a baby. All of y'all should be raising your hand. Right. That person has a family status change. People who have babies outgrow their starter home. Right? That's just one example. Raise your hand if you know someone who's going through a divorce. That person would qualify as problem aware. Right? 60% of your social media, they don't have a problem, they're not going to buy or sell. Which one is the biggest portion in this triangle? No problem, okay? The content you're posting needs to be relevant to everybody here. But the problem with realtors is you're always posting for the 3%. That's why nobody's liking your stuff. That's why they're not sharing it. That's why you're not getting direct messages and comments, because you're always posting for the now business, and then you're becoming like, you're repelling people from your social media because you're always talking about stuff that's not relevant to them. They don't care about the open house. They don't care about what you're doing to door knock. And so how you flip this upside down is this, this thing's like going out, but there's 9, think of a wheel of life. There's 9 spokes in what you should be posting every day. And it's not the open house. That belongs somewhere, but not all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna set this here, okay? Okay, so this is how you take someone from a stranger to a client with your post. I'll start with keep your videos under 60 seconds. And Facebook and Instagram, those are the 2 non-negotiables. Those are really the only platforms you have to be on, Facebook and Instagram. TikTok is also something that's really powerful, but if you're not on social yet, you don't have to try to jump into all 3, but you've got to be doing Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so the pain point. Oh, thank you. Oh, blue, green, yeah, sorry. Okay, you need to be talking in your videos about the pain point. And I'll give you an example. Oh yeah, and another thing, stop following realtors and stop friending realtors. I know that's counterintuitive to our culture, but the reason you're getting more realtors coming in on your stuff than anybody else is because what's super relevant to all realtors? We're all looking for now business. That's why your friends are liking your stuff, but they're not sending you deals. So don't go follow them on Instagram. I will have you unfollowed. Like I'll tell you to unfollow them. You could do that. Not because I don't want to, but because I'm telling the algorithm I make videos for realtors, and I don't. I make videos for people who have outgrown their starter home and they need a bigger home. That's my ideal client. Okay, so check this out. Pain point. Someone's having a baby. Make a video about that. Hey, if you just had a baby and you're going on number 3 and you're sitting in a 3-2, you might be thinking about where you're going to put the new kid, right? Talk about what's relevant to that person. Okay, and then the next thing is the problem. So the problem might be 3 beds when they need a 4th. Or whatever the problem is, right? Let's say that you're in a season in life where the majority of your circle is downsizing, they're empty nesting. What's the pain point for that person? I'll tell you a true story. I met someone who was downsizing, and the reason she hesitated for years to downsize when she knew she should have done it years ago is because she felt guilty, and she thought that her circle, her family would say, Vivian can't afford to keep her home anymore. Her husband's gone. Maybe she's in a season in life where she just can't afford the upkeep. So she had a sense of feeling ashamed, and that's why she kept dragging it on and dragging it on and dragging it on. So you might talk about that. Like, hey, if you've been empty nesting and you're worried about what your friends and family are going to say when you sell your big house, stop thinking about that, right? Talk to that person like a one-on-one conversation. Okay, so now I'm going to ask one question. Who here has picked up on AHA? In the back. Dave. Yeah. What was your AHA that I just shared?
When you're doing these videos, talk like you're talking directly to your niche or their avatar, the person you want.
Yeah, and you said something that stood out to me. This is actually like one of the first things we do in the training is pick a niche. So pick the ideal client you want to work with. Question?
No, it was just an aha, but it was, my aha was actually opposite of what you were saying. I was thinking of this whole thing, but then there's also about like 30-40% of people that never buy a home to begin with. So that number is reduced down even more. You know, that's what I was in my mind. So
Gotcha. So what are you going to do with that information?
So target renters that, you know, are in the higher price range.
Yeah, so renters is a good client avatar to talk about. If you want to work with renters becoming homeowners, start talking to that person and do your research. ChatGPT and Claude know that they can help you figure out what are the pain points that my ideal client is going through. So in the morning, instead of waking up thinking, what am I going to post today, a question that you guys should write down is, what do I need to say that is relevant to my ideal client today? What do I need to talk about that is relevant to my ideal client? And that's going to help the wheels start turning in your head of what to talk about in your video content. Okay, so then consequences. This is something that a lot of realtors don't talk about, but you've got to start talking about the consequences. So think about if you're downsizing, your bedroom's upstairs, you're up in age, the consequences are hurting back every time you're going up, the fear of falling and nobody's here to pick you up. These are things that that person thinks about. So start making videos addressing the consequence of staying in your home longer and longer and longer, and you're going to get people who engage with it because it's relevant to them. Okay, and then this is a fun one, your story. Talk about your story, right? People want to know you, and you can talk about yourself in a way that's not like your real estate story, but just who you are, right? We all have a past. We were all born somewhere. We all went through some kind of trial. When you talk about things that are personal to you, that's what helps someone feel like they know you. So be vulnerable on your social media. You should be posting 50% personal stuff, 45% like authority content that says, I know what I'm doing. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's a pretty good, and then like 5% will be like social proof, testimonies, things like that. When you post just listed, that's not necessarily wrong, but if you're just posting a picture and saying congrats to my client, that doesn't mean anything to anybody but that client. What you should be talking about is their journey. Were they an upsizer? Were they a downsizer? Were they a first-time home buyer? What was the problem that you helped them solve from the point that y'all met to the point that you closed? Question? When you're telling that story, are you guys finding out it's better to tell that story via video or video? Video is going to outperform everything. So now when we meet with a buyer or seller, up front in my consultation, I'm telling them, at the end of this, the way I know that I did a good job and that you're genuinely happy you worked with me is if you're willing to give me a video testimony. So that's how you can set it up front where your client knows at the end of this, they're going to do a video testimony with me. And there's really only 3 or 4 questions that you need to ask them so that it's a direct to the point video. If you want the questions, I can send them to you. I don't have them memorized yet, but I'll send it to you. Okay, so then after your story, you want to put your process. And if you guys are curious what this looks like, go to my Facebook and look at my recent post. I've been coaching for the last 30 days with Jess Louvenel. She's the person who I hired to help me with this. You're going to see all this stuff in my video, and it's drastically different than what I had been posting prior to this. So process, you have to have a process, right? That's what makes you valuable as a realtor, when you've got a written process of what you do for the move-up buyer, what you do for the first-time home buyer, what you do for the relocating family, what you do for the divorced client. Pick a niche. But I had hesitation when I started this because I thought, well, if I only start talking about this, what about someone in my circle who has a first-time home buyer, or they have this, they're not gonna send me business. That's not true. What's gonna end up happening is when you're talking about your process, everybody who already knows you, they're gonna say, wow, I didn't know they had that process. And they're gonna send you somebody or introduce you to somebody because you have a documented process. People like processes because it shows them the roadmap. It's the GPS of, okay, this is point 1, this is point 4, and this is everything in between. Is that clicking for anybody right now? Can I get a show of hands? I feel like everybody's just like, what is this dude talking about? Okay. Okay, so then proof. And I kind of talked about this earlier. Proof that you know what you're doing. Video testimonies from your clients is the best thing you can do. But if you're new and you don't have any closings, the second thing you want to do is talk about like the data, right? A video of yourself, have 2 or 3 things that you're going to talk about. And just say, hey, if you live in Stone Oak, I thought you might find this relevant. Homes are selling faster than they were just 2 months ago, or whatever it is, right? A short 60-second video. When you have the video facing yourself, you want to put some kind of what's called overlay in that video, so it's a graph of the CMA or a graph of the data that you're talking about, so it backs up what you're saying, okay? And then after proof, you're going to want to talk about objections. And objections are fun because when you talk about objections in your videos, when you're having that consultation with a person, you've already answered their objections. Like when people are DMing me and commenting and reaching out to me, they want to work with me already, and there's really no objections because I've talked about them up front, right? So think about objections that you get at listing consults or buyer consults and talk about that. Make a video about that. And then the vision. So vision is like selling the destination, not the airplane ride. That's how it was explained to me. So you want to talk about, imagine you finally took the leap of faith. You sold your 2-story home, and now you're sitting and living in a 1-story home. Imagine what that feels like, not having to go upstairs, make sure all the lights are off, setting the AC to a degree that's different than the downstairs. Imagine what that feels like for you. That's selling the destination. That's the vision, okay? Okay, so that's really all I got for you guys right now. But I want questions or comments. Anybody? Yes. My first and last name, Jaime Aguillon. Actually, I think my Instagram might be the Jaime Aguillon. She was asking what my social media was. No, yeah, you can. I'll unfollow it.
I repeat, do not follow him.
Yeah, there's so much more. I wish we had more time to share with you. If you YouTube Metapixel, write that down if you're serious about social media. Metapixel. So a metapixel, essentially, who here knows what a landing page is? Right? You can create
a landing page.
Yeah, so when you have a landing page, like say, so for me, if you go to my Facebook or my Instagram, I have, download my guide for free here. When someone clicks on that guide, every one of us has a pixel, right? We have like a number attached, so it's kind of like your social security, but for the Facebook profile. So when that person clicks on my guide, now that's registered in my audience on Facebook. So Facebook knows this person downloaded my guide. So when I go to pay for ads, it's going to draw from the people who are sitting in my little pixel library. So I know if I've had someone's attention enough for them to download my free guide, they're probably not going to call me right away. It takes time, like in a relationship. Day after day, month after month, they're watching my content. But every time I'm posting something, guess what Facebook is doing to that person? They're making sure they see my stuff, because now I have their little tag in my Facebook Metapixel library. So I'll leave you with that. That's super powerful. Figure out that stuff. It's really
Shane, you got a question? Yeah, if you go to MREA Podcast. Go to MREA Podcast.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Podcast 137. 137, and that is?
That is the episode where Jason interviews Jess who is exactly what Jaime is talking about. It's a phenomenal mindset change. And, you know, just like, okay, I'm not going to follow any of you guys because I don't want to see your stuff on my Facebook, and you don't need to see mine either, because we're just feeding each other's egos is all we're doing.
Episode 137 on the MREA podcast, and that's across all podcast platforms. Just type in MREA episode 137. And yeah, do take 30 minutes and go down the rabbit hole of the Metapixel. It is quite fascinating, and it helps you understand when you go, my phone's listening to me. I mean, yeah, in ways it is. And this helps explain a lot of that kind of stuff. All right, y'all give it up for Jaime for giving us that. We appreciate you, brother. Jaime is a testament to putting in the hard work. I mean, he is here constantly. I see him recording. I see him walking the hallways doing his phone calls. If you ever need inspiration, spend 10 minutes with this guy and he'll inspire you. Appreciate you, brother. We've got the charity golf tournament coming up October 8th. There is a QR code here for a raffle. If you want to get your phone out real quick, I'll give you a few seconds to scan that QR code. They are also selling raffle tickets in the lobby today. Prizes include a $2,500 Visa gift card, Yeti cooler with premium alcohol, TurboBox speaker, AirPods Pro 3, and the list goes on. So scan that QR code and put that on your calendar for Thursday, October 8th. It is a fantastic event, and it goes towards a great cause. AHA is also, oh wait, that's through Hearts and Hands, correct? Hearts and Hands does the golf tournament. I always mix these up. And then AHA, Agents Helping Agents, which is our in-house nonprofit, they're having their board election. So if you would like to volunteer with them, the save the date there is October 13th. Just follow that QR code there. Yes. Okay, Ransom Life this year, which we have supported in the past, is a phenomenal organization, and really we need to hit on them some more later, because y'all should use those in open house events to just educate homeowners. We just lost another young life out in New Braunfels thanks to Roblox. So that shit is real, and it is scary, and they will infiltrate your children's chats and all kinds of stuff. And we had a young 14-year-old out there who got scared and didn't have any other way out. And so if you think they cannot get to your kids, they absolutely can. And so, and that is one of dozens of stories that are just like it. So supporting causes like Ransom Life is extremely important, and the best way to help get that message out there is to, one, receive the message yourself and sit through their very uncomfortable presentation that will scare the life out of you, and then two, spread the word, because it's a very real problem, not only in our community, but all throughout. Garrett, let's welcome up our broker extraordinaire.
Good afternoon. All right, real quick. So I have a new motto around the office, but did you document it? And so here's the deal. I have with me your very own, but did you document it stickers. If you want one of these, I will give it to you, but here's the deal. This isn't to hide away somewhere. It's not to put on the inside of a book. You've got to pledge to put it on something that other people will see and ask you about. Now, you cannot put it on office equipment. I'm only the one that's allowed to do that. You cannot deface other people's property with it and put it on their car, but you can definitely put it on Ken's forehead. That's what he's saying right over there. But if you want one of these, come find me afterwards. But do put them around. But the whole thing about this, did you document it? I have to say, as you all know, I've handled dozens of Trek complaints and several lawsuits and complaints. And the way we survive those is we have the documentation to prove or tell our side of the story. Because the good word says the first to go to court sounds right until the second shows up and tells their story, right? And so if we can't tell our story, if we can't document what we did in the transaction, then whoever's complaining about us is going to be seen as equally legitimate. And therefore, you are more likely to get in some kind of trouble from either Trek, a court, something. It's harder. So I need you to be documenting. So let's talk about, before I get into some practicals, I got to tell you, Whiskey, Wine, and Wisdom is coming back. Yeah, everyone? So it is on September 16th. That's going to be right here. That's a Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. Come out. We're going to have good drinks, good food. I got great stories to tell you, things we're going to learn together. If you can't make it that afternoon or you just would rather do it in the morning, exact same material will be that morning at 10, caffeine and common sense. We'll have lattes and croissants. That's a fun word to say, and cover the same material. So 2 times on Wednesday the 16th, you can come in the morning, you can come in the afternoon. It's an amazing time. Put that on your calendar. We're going to talk about some of the things I'm going to share with you, best practices. So protecting yourself from Trek complaints. The cool thing about what you do is if you do this right to protect yourself, it has a really amazing benefit of protecting your client. Because while you document your actions, your conversations, the agreements, that helps your client. They get exactly what they thought they were getting in the house or in the deal that they are putting together, right? And then when the other side said, well, we never agreed to that, you have the documentation, you can always push back. So these best practices help you and your client. So document all your activities and conversations. How do we do that? Either take notes, keep a running journal, save your text messages. The cool thing about text messages, you can download them, you can PDF them, you can just save them into a library, a picture file. Follow up your phone calls with emails or texts. Like say, hey, as we discussed today, per our conversation, here's what we decided. Here's what I advised you, client, to do. Agent on the other side, here's what we talked about, and you said your client was going to get us this. Whatever it is, put something in writing so when they later come back and go, oh, we never talked about that. You never advised me to get a termite inspection. You never did. You go, I have this text, I have this email. Yes, we talked about it. So Allie came up with this. My Allie, executive assistant, is amazing. In a dispute, Trek can't evaluate what was said. They evaluate what can be proven. If we can't prove what we did, what we said, what the agreement was, it's not always going to go well in our favor. Now, they want to think of us well, but if we can actually prove it, and we think about that, it goes so much better our way. So with that in mind, we have tools already in your systems to help document all this. We actually have ways of making it easy to get the emails into command where they're nice and safe. Other ways to help document this communication, and that allows me to bring up with great pleasure the wonderful and amazing Savannah Harold, who's going to talk to you about the tools that are already in the system to help you document this stuff. So again, if you want a sticker, come find me afterwards. Thanks, Savannah.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. All right, number 1, the best way, like you said, it's super important to keep all of this information tracked in your command or in whatever CRM that you are using. The best way in command to do this is use the contact timeline. Every single contact in your command has a contact page that has a timeline in that section. You can see in the very top right, the timeline there. You can add manually calls, emails, text, mail, notes, any meetings that you've had with this person in the Add Activity button. So the very top right up there, that little circle, when you click on that button, this is what you're going to see. You can manually add that activity. You can also put when it happened and any details about that. When you do that, when you submit that, in the bottom left, that is the timeline you're going to see in command. This timeline records every single thing that happens with that person in command chronologically. So when they became in your database, when they signed up for your website, when you sent them a smart plan, all of that's going to be documented. And you can also put all of these manual activities there as well. Also at the very top is a cool new feature that's about a year or 2 old, is the AI summary. That AI summary allows you to see an overview of what's happened with that person. So it kind of just gives you the main points, the important things with that contact. Now, adding all of that manually can get a lot if you're emailing them quite consistently. A cool feature we have in command, in your settings, you can sync your Gmail and your Google Calendar with your command. When you do that, when you email a contact outside of command with the email you have in their contact card, it's going to automatically sync those emails so you don't have to remember to put that in there. That is super cool. Same with...
Test, test. So you're saying, like, if they're in your command and you have their email in command as well, that's when it'll pull it automatically?
Yes, the email you have in that contact card, when you go to your normal Gmail outside of command and you're emailing that email, it will sync with your command.
That's easy.
Super cool. Same
No
with
reason
Google,
not to do that, y'all.
Google invitations as well, if you connect your Google Calendar. Yes, ma'am.
Question is, how do you hook it up?
Inside of your command settings, so in the very top right of your command, you're going to see your name. You're going to click that drop down. You're going to click on settings. You're going to scroll almost halfway down the page. That first page you see is all of the integrations you can connect to command. On that page will be your Gmail and your Google Calendar. It'll look just like that. You would click connect account. It's going to ask you which Gmail do you want to connect, and then you just follow the process from there. So basically when you add that contact, that's when you'll add that. Correct. Yes.
Cool. Frank, and then up front. Still.
It's just going to be one Gmail account. So your initial, whichever one you use mostly for business. Same question?
Okay.
Steve-O?
Steve-O.
Mm-hmm.
So if I link my Gmail account, like, yeah, my Gmail account to it, but I still like use Outlook as like my primary, like looking at all my emails, would that still work or no?
That's actually a good question. I've never been asked that before, but I'll look into that and I'll let you know, and we'll cover that.
Just had to be different, Steve-O. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't know
Ross.
if it has to be through the Gmail application or not. It's a good question.
And then, like, if you have like a team, everybody has to. It's
Each person.
Okay, so it can't be under the team. It needs to be.
It would be under each person's command, yes.
Okay, Todd in the back, and then Sandy. Yes. Yes, things like Plod and Pocket. We're fine with it. We use it. On contract hotlines, we might be using it, so be on the lookout. We've got some stuff rolling out with that soon. Sandy? Yes, you only have to connect your email once, but every
Only
contact,
once.
you have to add their contact card to
Yes,
it.
every contact needs to have their email in command. If you
Okay.
don't have their email, it doesn't know what to
We're going
sync
to keep
with.
moving forward for time.
No. And then if you guys want to walk through on how to do that more in depth, we have our Techie Tuesday video up there. We do have a full command contacts playlist. So if you're wanting to really dive from the beginning and see how to add all of this, you can go through our YouTube.
Nice.
Now, one thing the timeline does not allow you to do is upload images and documents, but you can do that inside of the opportunity section. So when you're in the opportunity for the contact, you would go and create a new custom folder. Label the folder something like screenshots, communication, and then from there, that's where you would put the screenshots of your text, anything you've sent them in the mail, any meetings that were not documented a different way. That's where you would put all that physical proof, which Garrett does recommend still getting.
Love it.
Few other quick things. Katie and I are always working to create new resources for you guys, but we create a 2-minute CRM survey. Please go ahead and scan this QR code or take a picture of it for later. This survey is going to help us get a clearer picture of if you use command.
This is
use-
important, so please pull out your phone
Yes.
for us on this. We need these surveys.
We do.
Everybody loves, including myself, we love to pick apart command, but the best way we can get it changed is all of y'all's feedback. So we need everybody to scan this QR code and take a very quick survey.
And we're not going to track anyone down. If you don't use command, let us know why. If you use a different CRM, let us know why. We're here to build resources and trainings around all of you. Letter of the Heart, last team meeting, Grant talked about how he sent out a quarterly printed newsletter to all of his sphere, certain contacts, and I know the hardest part of doing that is sometimes creating that graphic. It's creating the actual letter itself. So in Canva and the KW Heritage portal.com/Canva templates, one, you can see all of our Canva templates, but we do have this Letter of the Heart where it's already built out. It has an AI chat prompt that you put into ChatGPT or Claude, and then it's going to interview you one question at a time about your travel, your kids, your lifestyle, what's been going on. And it has a page to put all of your photos as well from the last quarter.
Who got their letter of the heart done since the last meeting? I need a few hands because I did get calls from several of you guys. Congratulations. If you did not do it, kick yourself in the butt because that is an easy thing to do, and now we've made it even easier. So There's no excuses, guys. I'm telling you, I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of this one lead gen tool. There's no reason not to get it done. In fact, Anna Nikolai, are you still in the room? Did you take off? Or was it you or Monique that told me you did your letter and then like instantly had some follow-ups? Was that you or Monique? Okay, it was Monique. Yeah, Monique had called me Saturday morning. She said, I got my letter done. She sent hers out digitally, which, okay, fine, but I do want them snail mailed. And she said instantly she was having reconnections with people. So she said, you know what? It took me 30 minutes. I said, you go, girl. So get it done, you guys. Savannah made y'all a template and made it easy.
Last thing, this is perfectly timed. RPR dropped their July stats today. So we actually just posted before today's team meeting the August newsletter. If you guys have not heard, Katie and I have started creating monthly newsletters that you do not need to touch, you don't need to edit, it's ready to go. In these newsletters, a note from the agent, it's going to have a July market update, August reset tips and tricks, local San Antonio events, and a recipe, and it also links them to your website or your app if you'd like them to. So again, you don't have to edit this, you don't have to touch it, all you do, I have the steps up here, so please take a picture and save this for later. But this will go into Command Smart Plans. You go and search KW Heritage. It's going to be the very bottom one, August email newsletter Smart Plan.
Again, guys, that's another easy button for you. Another
Super
easy button.
It's at least one touch a month for you guys.
Your goal is to be the next Thomas J. Henry or Jeff Davis. That means be in front of your database, face-to-face, phone call, text message, email, snail mail, social media. Those are your 6 categories we always have to be hitting throughout the year. So in terms of email, this one is getting it covered for you. All you've got to do is plug and play.
And if you guys need any help with anything we talked about today, letsgettechie.com. We can meet one-on-one and walk through all of it.
You're so awesome. Thank you, Savannah. Yes, ma'am, I sure can. That one? Okay. Again, this takes you 30 minutes to get done, you guys. If you missed the last team meeting, go back and watch it because I'm not going to repeat it. But this is a phenomenal lead gen opportunity for you. In fact, who did I just speak to yesterday that was on a core call? Jacqueline. She was on a core call with a core coach, and she said, you know what they brought up to me? And I said, what's that? She said, letter of the heart. And I said, go figure. People pay, the advanced core coaches are $10,000 a month, and they're still teaching on letter of the heart. Guys, if they're coaching on it, it works. It works. It doesn't get any easier than that. Okay, we got Mega Camp. You guys know that's coming up. If you have questions, come see us. We already talked about the Red Chip Party. Buy your tickets. Trent also has the Rainbow Network launch party happening on the 15th. Anything you want to say about that? You got 10 seconds. Ready? 10, 9, 8. No.
If you think you might want to be a member of the Rainbow Network, meaning you're LGBTQIA+, you can reach out to Grant. He will connect you with me, because to come to our events, you have to be a member of the network. And it's a worldwide network of gay and lesbian realtors with KW only. We are brand specific. And we have our own convention before Mega Camp. And those tickets are a separate purchase. So if you want to be a member, reach out to me. You have to be vetted to get in. You can't just say, I want to be in, and we let you in. No, gross. No, we do have a team that's, the reason is we want to keep haters out of the group, and so there's a team that scrubs your social media and makes sure you're not a hater trying to get in to infiltrate.
Gotcha. All right. They throw a great party, so come join us. It's going to be fun. All right, Real Estate in the Fast Lane. That's the BREN event that Keto spoke about. So if you want to go to Keto's event, there's the QR code for it. That's going to be down at Prestige Motorsports, which is just down by the airport. So you don't even have to go all the way downtown. We've talked about the summit in the past, so if you want more information on that, come see me. That was Jaime's thing real quick. If you did not pick a chip, and then we're going to what time is it? I've got 5 more minutes for you guys because I just saw Craig Owen walk in the room, and I'm going to put him on the hot seat. Who wants to hear from Craig? Yeah. Woo! Come on down, buddy. Okay, you're in the building. Come on down. I'm going to take advantage of you while you're here. Get this crowd riled up for some reason. I don't know what he's going to rile us up about, but we're going to leave here. We're ready to take on the world. So come impart some of your knowledge on us.
God, there's nothing to impart. You guys have it all figured out. I don't, God, I am actually stumped. Thank you. I have nothing to say. I don't know. All right, got Mega Camp, big one.
Inspiration on keep going. We're halfway through the year. people are tired.
Yeah.
They're putting in the good fight. What do you have to keep them going?
I've heard, I was talking to Jacqueline. Is Jacqueline in the room yesterday? We had a heart-to-heart talk, and we were sitting down. And she said, "Man, I'm doing everything. I'm staying committed. I'm staying faith-based. I'm doing all the hard work, and it's tough because I don't see the results." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Sometimes I feel the same way you feel, and sometimes I almost feel like it's like the opposite. It's like, okay, but I know this. When you get to a position in life, and many of you are there, and you go in and out of this, where quit doing it for the money. You're going to have to find a place in your world, and this is tough, where you can actually say, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for others. I'm doing this. I'm going to come from contribution to where it hurts. And then sometimes you'll bleed, and you will sweat, and you will smell bad, and you're going to show signs of such humility. And this business, I don't know of another business that will humble you more than this business, where I know you go out and you show homes, and they buy from somebody else, and they take advantage of your time and the stress of putting in your first offer, and then they don't respond. And then on top of that, then you deal with an a-hole agent on the other side that and you're just trying to make a living in this business and hopefully provide for your family, your children, your loved ones. And I know 100% of you here do it because you truly care about your clients. And unfortunately, we're in a business where quite often they don't care about you. And how do you handle that? And Jake and I hit on a topic of unconditional love. When you love your children, I mean, how many of you have some children here? We all have kids. Or grandparents, parents that you can't stand. You couldn't imagine going back and living in their household even for one day, but you still love them. The question is, when you get to a place where you are in your world, where you are so confident for who you are and why you're doing it, and you don't need a result of the other person to give you a that a boy or a that a girl, or to pay you. And if you can honestly say to yourself, you're doing this not because of the love of the money, but you're doing it for the love of humanity. You're doing it to make this place a better place than you left it before. That's the Boy Scout motto, right? And that, to me, is the true part of unconditional love. When you can wake up and do something and not expect anything in return. And I mean, you talk about humility, because I wake up sometimes going, well, I do this, and my son and I had an argument about this. He goes, yeah, there's always strings attached, Dad. And that hurt me. And I said to him, you know what? I have to work on that. And I think that's what we're all working on. Can you do something without strings attached? And Jacqueline, it was humbling when I sat beside you. And I told you, I said, it took me about 18 months, well over a year. It was between 16 to 18 months to make my first sale. And I didn't know that at the time. But I knew that if I worked hard enough and I had enough patience. My mother was a real estate agent. And my mother was a perfect example of a lot of the realtors today, where, maybe the old school, where she had the white glove and she was in the casino in the south part of Vegas, and she's just pulling that lever, not sure what she was going to get. But you know what? She didn't win often. She lost more than she won. But I will say this, commission-wise. But the lives that she touched back in the 70s and the 80s, many of you weren't even alive then. And I remember as a kid, because I met some of those clients years later, the lives that she changed fundamentally, the people that she helped generationally bought and sold from her. And I can honestly tell you, if she was here today, I know she played a role in my life. And so when you're out there making these sales and you're getting beat up and you're dealing with really the most challenging market we have ever seen. Honestly, I am going on record and telling you, I have never seen a market as challenging. But it is not a victim to say that that's factual, it's logical. But to give up is not an option. I will not give up. And I don't expect you to give up. And I expect, Jacqueline, when your time is there It will happen. I'm a believer in that because I don't believe this is a business to not have faith. If you want to play logic, then get the hell out of it because this is not a business of logic. To do what you do is not logical. No one would do what you do. You ask an employee with USAA or works at San Antonio Water Systems or CPS, they go, you do what? You mean you go all the way over on the south side of town and then you open that door and then you went over here to the north side and you put the sign out and then you went over here and you had this and you bought drinks and dinners and then they screwed you and then you didn't get paid? And you know what you can say? I do a lot of things for unconditional love. Because I'm going to leave you with one thought. And my mother said this to me, is, honey, most people are not going to accept what you have to sell or buy or to service. Most people won't. Buy that theory. Because statistically, if you get that in your head, that most people aren't, then you're not going to be tied to an unrealistic outcome and a result that you're not going to hit. But here's the good thing. But some will. And you don't need most. You just need to have the ones that sum, the percentage of the sum will outweigh the rest of the do nots, of the won'ts. Just get the few. I have some people in the back of the room, I'm not going to mention names, but I'm looking at you. You know darn well what you've had to do to get this business to operate the last couple of years. And I'm telling you, if you keep coming from contribution, and you help enough people with what they want in life, you will be served the same way. It's unconditional love. It comes back because there's no one in life that succeeds alone. You do not succeed by yourself. Whoever your God is, has a way of making things work. And sometimes it's not on your time frame. It's not. So get over the arrogance. You think you control it. You don't control shit. You don't. I don't control any of this. I got here put on the spot today, and I didn't know what the hell I was going to say. But it came out actually somewhat decent. I'll leave you with this. Unconditional love, get a part of it. 2 ways to live. You're either earning, which a lot of you right now, including me, like last month, I lost a lot of money. But guess what? If I'm not earning, I am learning. Keep that pace up. We've got Mega Camp coming up. We got the Summit in Texas coming up out in Galveston. We still got a lot of tickets. And if any of you are at a place in your career you can't afford it, call me separately. Maybe I can work something out with you because I want you to go to some of these events. Got a lot of stuff coming up. Thank you guys. Bye.
Wasn't that worth it? That's why I love putting him on the spot. Guys, we love you. Play with the photo booth on your way out the door. Go stop by and see the artist in the lobby. Have a great rest of your week. There's birthday cake for AHS over there in the back. God bless you. We love you. Go get them.